In this video, I'm going to solve practice problems on trig functions. Just as a quick review, those are the 4 functions I talked about in the previous video. First of all, the derivative of the tangent of x is equal to y prime 1 over cosine squared of x. And you can find that as well as the other 4 using the quotient rule. For the case of the cotangent, y prime is equal to -1 over sine squared of x. For the secant, y prime is the secant of x times the tangent of x. And finally, for the cosecant, y prime is equal to the negative cosecant of x times the cotangent of x. And by the way, just to clarify, x is equal to u. So if I write tan of u or tan of x, it just means the same thing. This is the function of x, fx. Now, to get into the actual problems, our first problem is y is equal to 1 plus tan squared of x. There are 2 ways of solving this problem. There is a simple way, and there is a more complicated way. If you recall the identities I explained 2 videos ago, this could be a very easy problem. But if you don't, it will make it a little harder, but it's still solvable. You would have to convert the tangent into sine of x over cosine of x, and because it's tangent squared, they'll both be squared, and use the quotient rule on them. But again, if you recall the identity, it makes this problem way easier, because 1 plus the tangent squared of x is equal to, this will be equal to the secant squared of x. And now you can simply use the power function to solve this. So y prime would be, because it's secant squared of x, we'll write the superscript first using the power function. So 2 times the secant of x to the 2 minus 1, so to the 1. I'll just leave it like this then, times the derivative of the secant of x, and I just talked about that like a minute ago. So it will be secant of x times the tangent of x. This here. So then the answer would be 2 times secant squared of x times the tangent of x. So knowing the identities can make your life easier when solving these problems. And I'll solve 2 more problems, so let's go to the next. We have that the secant to the third of 2x is our function. This problem is pretty similar to the previous one, in which you have to use the power function again. So let's do that. Y prime is equal to 3 times the secant squared, because it's minus 1, of 2x, put that in brackets, times the derivative of the secant of 2x. And I'll write that down to have more space. So open brackets of secant of 2x times the tangent of 2x times, you derive what's inside and you'll get that's 2. So the final result be y prime is equal to 6, that's this, times the secant cubed of 2x, and that's this times this, and we would have then times the tangent of 2x. That's the result. Finally, let's do one more problem. And it says that y is equal to e to the negative 2x times the cosecant of x. So in this one, we have to use the product rule. So y prime would be equal to, first, we write the derivative of e to the negative 2x. So e to the negative 2x times negative 2 times cosecant of x, that remains the same, cosecant of x, plus, write that down, e to the negative 2x, in this case that remains the same, times the derivative of the cosecant of x, which is negative cosecant of x, times the cotangent of x. This is supposed to be a bracket. I'm sorry. And well, we can just simplify that into y prime is equal to, we have e to the negative 2x and cosecant of x in both sides. So e to the negative 2x times cosecant of x is going to be times, in this case we have negative 2, in this case we have the negative cotangent of x. And that's the answer. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it and found it useful. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more videos.